It is a beautiful Friday morning. Good morning and welcome to Front Page and Voice of the People 90.3 FM, the program where we analyze our national dailies. We will bring you the latest news coming from our newspapers. I am Solomon of M. Let's get the show started. Okay, once again, welcome to Front Page and Voice of the People 90.3 FM with Solomon of M. Let's start with Punch, where the major headlines they're under pressure. Tinubu may drop controversial names from pardon list. Let's see what the details of that is saying. So, yeah. There were indications on Thursday that some names on the presidential pardon list approved by the Council of State as presented by the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, may be dropped. The development comes amid growing public outcry over the inclusion of certain high-profile and violent offenders among those pardoned by President Bola Tinubu. The presidential pardon, usually granted to mark national occasions, was also meant to decongest prisons and promote reconciliation. The presidential statement noted that the decision followed recommendations by the Presidential Advisory Committee on the Prerogative of Mercy, chaired by the Attorney General. It added that the list of beneficiaries was divided into 6 categories: those granted pardon, posthumous pardon including the Ogoni 9, victims of the Ogoni 9 honored presidential clemency, that clemency beneficiaries, inmates recommended for reduced terms of imprisonment, and inmates on death row whose sentences were commuted to life imprisonment. However, the latest episode has ignited debate over the transparency and integrity of Nigeria's pardon process. On Thursday, Fagbemi, however, clarified that the presidential prerogative of mercy recently announced by the president was still under review and had not been finalized. That's the major headlines coming from Punch. Let's see what other headlines Punch has for us. Nigeria missing as IMF lists Africa's fast-growing economies. Obedience and Wike clash over attack on Ubi. Marketers confirm 600 million Dangote petrol lifting target. And on international scene, Japanese ex-PM Murayama and famous world for World War II apology dies at 101. Man burns ex-girlfriend inside Oyo barracks. Abure taunts OT-led LP faction over infighting. And Saudi Arabia slashes Nigeria's camp slot to 67,000. PDP crisis, court freezes convention plans. And Senate confirms Amukpita as INEC chairman. Let's see what other headlines have. The Metro segment, my favorite when it comes to Punch. Courts convict 59 Chinese and Malaysians for cybercrime. Drama as Kwara housewife faints in court after husband insists on divorce. Man arraigned for suspected forgery and 183 million naira theft. Abducted Edo teenager regains freedom after 5 days. 3 killed as trailer crashes tricycles in Anambra. That's it for the metro segment. Let's see the business side. We already have one of them as the major headlines, so I don't need to reread it again. And other headlines from the business segment. Marketers, okay, yeah, I've read that before. And to the politics, PDP half dead doesn't mean democracy is dead in Nigeria. That's according to Murray Bruce. That's interesting. Let's see what the details of that story is. Is interesting coming from Ben Murray Bruce. Okay, Senator Ben Murray Bruce has rejected suggestions that the recent exodus of People's Democratic Party PDP governors to the ruling All Progressives Congress APC signals the end of Nigeria's democratic contest. Murray Bruce argued that political parties may fall, but new challenges will always arise to contest power. He spoke on Arise TV's primetime on Thursday, a day after announcing his defection to the APC. Let's see. The ex-lawmaker believes that Nigeria's political space guarantees that alternative forces will continue to emerge to challenge the ruling party. His comment followed high-profile defections of PDP members this week, including Bayelsa Governor Doyediri, Enugu Governor Peter Mbah, and a few lawmakers fueling debate over the future of the opposition. The Silver Group founder dismissed fears that the defections of high-profile figures from the PDP to the APC could result in a one-party state. Okay, let's end it there. From the punch, let's move over to Vanguard. Let's see what the major headlines from Vanguard is. INEC, in my time, losers will congratulate winners at Mukwiton. Well, talk is cheap. Let's see what happens when the work starts in full. Well, let's see what the details of that story is. The national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC, Professor Joash Mukwiton, yesterday began his tenure on a promising note, assuring that under his watch elections will be so credible that losers will congratulate winners. However, Mukwiton said he will accomplish this with the support of relevant agencies like the National Identity Management Commission (NIMC), Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), and others. He spoke on the Senate before and after the Senate confirmed his appointment by President Bola Tinubu as INEC chairman. Mukwiton's confirmation was sequel to the screening exercise by the Senate at the Senate, when the senators grilled the nominee of President Tinubu for 3 hours, asking him questions which he answered. After the grilling on the Committee of the Whole, the Senate resolved back to plenary, where the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, asked if the confirmation was a true reflection of the House, and the ayes response was resounding. Akpabio said that Mukwiton was approved without any dissenting voices and asked the INEC chief to ensure that every vote counts in future polls. With the confirmation, Mukwiton was approved without. With the confirmation, rather, Mukwiton succeeded Professor Makbundi Akubu, who served as INEC chair for the electoral body for 10 years and quit in October 7. Okay, that's the major headlines coming from Vanguard. Let's see what other headlines Vanguard have for us. PDP convention court orders parties to maintain status quo. Atiku under fire over call for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Why will he be under fire? Let's see. This is an interesting one. The Democracy Watch Initiative, DWI, has criticized former Vice President Atiku Abubakar over his recent recall for the unconditional release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu said the appeal could weaken confidence in the rule of law and send a wrong message on accountability. The group said Atiku's position on the issue appeared inconsistent with his long-standing advocacy for justice and national unity, urging him to reconsider his comments in the interest of national cohesion. In a statement signed by its Director of Strategic Communication, Dr. Tunji Bamidele, DWI said it was concerned that Atiku's position might be misinterpreted as encouraging disregard for legal processes. The group noted that while political leaders have the right to express their opinions, public statements on ongoing cases should be handled with caution to avoid sending mixed signals about the sanctity of the law. They said the organization's concern was to ensure the public discourse on sensitive national issues like Kanu's trial remained focused on due process and national stability. Are these rich? Okay, let's see what other headlines Vanguard have. Amnesty International advocates abolition of death penalty. And Vanguard also give us latest reports on dollar to naira exchange rates today, October 17, 2025. FG to launch national campaign to promote made in Nigeria goods. FCTA demolishes 11 buildings under high tension in Akpo Dutse. Price war, depot owners in trouble as Dangote refinery resumes bulk sales at 877 naira per litre. And 1 trillion naira economy takes center stage at Isan's triennial confab. Okay, national grid loses 4,091 MWh per hour in September. Okay. On the politics side, it's pretty much the same thing. Bayelsa Senator Benson Kombowe dumped PDP for APC. And the factions, if PDP dies, another party will show up. That's according to Ben Murray Bruce. It's pretty much the same thing, but different headlines to it. INEC defends 1.5 billion naira fee on FOI request for voter register. Okay, let's see. On the metro segment from Vanguard, suicide takes center stage as Vanguard's third mental health summit opens. Train crushes dispatch rider to death in Lagos. Plateau, 13 killed in renewed attacks on Berkin-Ladi community. Army and family disagree over killing of man in Delta. Okay, that's the metro segment. Let's see. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, the business side, CBN and Bank of Angola signed MOU to boost bilateral technical cooperation. Okay, that's where we end it from Vanguard. From Vanguard, let's go over to Daily Trust. Let's see what the major headlines from Daily Trust is. Troops arrest wounded bandits and destroy camps in Kogi. That the top story from Daily Trust is on insecurity, and it's on the war, insecurity rather. Let's see what the details of that is. Members of the Joint Task Force JTF in a combined operation involving hunters and vigilantes arrested 2 injured bandits and their doctors, setting their camps ablaze in the Aheru Bunu community in a Kaba Bunu local government area of Kogi State. This was disclosed by the State Security Advisor Jerry Omodara on Thursday. Amodara stressed that the security agencies acted on an intelligence report, moved in and arrested 2 wounded bandits who were receiving treatment from local doctors in the settlement. According to the state security advisor, the bandit had sustained gunshot injuries in the previous encounter with security forces in the communities of the area. Okay. The major headlines coming from Daily Trust. Let's see other headlines from the same source. Why our governors defecting PDP? Okay, this is an interesting one. Let's see what reasons they have for governors defecting. from the PDP. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) has accused governors defecting from its fold of greed, selfishness, and covetousness, insisting that Nigerians will ultimately decide their fate in the 2027 general elections. The opposition party maintained that it is not governors who make a political party, but the people, adding that those abandoning the platform that brought them to power would soon regret their actions. Since the 2023 general elections, 4 governors have left the PDP: Sheriff Oborevori of Delta, Pastor Omar N of Akwa Ibom, while Peter Mba of Enugu and Joyodiri of Bayelsa followed the trend this week. Even the party's 2023 presidential candidate, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and his running mate Ifeanyi Okowa have withdrawn their memberships, along with some key allies. Speaking during an interview on Arise Television, PDP Deputy National Publicity Secretary Ibrahim Abdullahi said the wave of defection is motivated by greed, avarice, and selfishness. He insisted that the PDP remains strong despite its challenges, while the spokesman of Bayelsa Governor Diodiri Daniel Alabra could not be reached for comment. The special advisor to Enugu Governor Peter Mba on media, Dan Nwame, told Daily Trust that the PDP's reaction was expected and understandable. Okay, let's see more headlines from Daily Trust. Wike to be celebrating birthday in IDP camp wouldn't make you promise. Okay, that's a very interesting thing to say. JAMS UTM is still mandatory for admission into universities. That's according to federal government. And most of the headlines I'm seeing here is a repetition from what I've read from Vanguard and the Punch. Let's see if there is something new. Ulama reject Christian genocide claims. Police officers and 7 community guards shot dead in Zamfara. Amid outrage, federal government says release of Mariam Sanda and 81 others not yet finalized. That's a very diplomatic answer. Adamawa, Benue, Kogi plus 4 others still at risk of flooding, according to federal government. And the business segment, investors gain 389 billion naira as AGX crosses 49 trillion naira. How we will implement Made in Nigeria policy, that's coming from Tinubu. Reps probe oil spill cleanup funds in Niger Delta. That's still on the business segment of Daily Trust. And the politics side, convention, PDP suspends Imo Abia chairman, replaces Enugu governor as committee strike. Okay, that's 2 days ago. Okay, that's what we have for you from Daily Trust. From Daily Trust, let's go over to Daily Post, where the major headlines there is on politics. Blame games as PDP suffers worst fate in history. Let's see, is it the same story we're talking about? I'm not sure, but let's see. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) is facing its worst time as a political party in Nigeria. Apart from the 2015 general elections, when then Governor Rotimi Amici of Rivers State led 4 of its colleagues out of the party, the PDP has never had it so bad. The recent gale of defections from the party to the All Progressives Congress (APC) has ultimately put the once viable party in the state of confusion. While the factors blame happenings in the party for their defections, others see them as selfish politicians. Okay, I think this is just the analysis of the defections. Okay, let's see what other headlines Daily Post have for us. 2027, those planning to rig Abia Guba should write their wills. That's according to OT. That's an interesting one.
2027, Tinubu locks down South. Jonathan, Peter Obi will fail if they contest. That's according to Daily Momodu. Okay. Will control 30 states before 2027 ending. That's coming from APC. Let's see what are the headlines. I'm looking for something different. Something different. Okay. Let's see. Nothing different so far. Okay. FCTA demolishes 11 duplexes in Dutse district. Still on Daily Post. The Metro segment. Nigerian military arrest wanted IPOB commander and 8 others. Okay, let's see what the story says. The Nigerian military has arrested the wanted commander of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, identified as Gentle, along with 8 of his accomplices in Imo and Ebonyi State. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Magnus Kanye, who confirmed the arrest at a news conference in Abuja on Thursday, said Gentle had been on the military's wanted list for his alleged terrorist activities in the southeast region. The defense spokesman stated that the troops recovered several weapons, ammunition, and vehicles during the operations. According to him, a female collaborator linked to IPOB's Eastern Security Network (ESN) was arrested in Umunechi local government area of Abia State on 13 October. The defense headquarters also highlighted other recent operational successes recorded by the armed forces across the country within the past 2 weeks. Okay, let's end it there. Daily Post. From Daily Post, let's go over to The Sun newspaper. Let's see what the headlines have for us. Let's see. Okay, the major headlines there is on the confirmation of Mukpita as INEC chairman. That's the cover story. Let's see what other headlines The Sun have for us. National agenda for food security and sovereignty imperative. That's according to Governor Bago. And Falana to federal government review presidential pardon list. Okay. Vigilante rescues 12-year-old abducted girl in Edo. Retired teachers still being held. Edo community under siege as kidnappers run riot, kill one, abduct many. Let's see what the details of this is. Resident of Obolo-Afo, Obolo Etiti, Ezimo, and Imilike communities in Udenu local government area of Enugu State have cried out to Governor Peter Mba, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetukun, and the General Officer commanding the 82 Division, Nigerian Army Enugu, to rescue them from kidnappers suspected to be herdsmen who have laid siege on the communities. Some of the residents who spoke off record alleged that the police and other security agencies in the communities have abandoned them to their fate. Kidnappers suspected to be herdsmen who have been operating unchallenged along Amala, Obolo, Ezimo communities in Udenu have killed many residents of the communities. No fewer than 10 residents of the communities have been kidnapped within the past 3 days by the gunmen, who also killed a resident of Ogbele Ohulo village in Obolo-Afo, identified as Mr. Ofomadu Eze. A Catholic priest identified as Reverend Father Emmanuel narrowly escaped death when his car was riddled with bullets by the kidnappers on Tuesday night. Another victim, Obuchi Asogwa, was not so lucky as he was shot by the rampaging gunmen. On Wednesday night, another 5 victims were kidnapped along Ezimo Road in Imilike. All the victims were still under captivity as of last night. That is sad. Okay, let's see what other headlines the Sun have for us. Okay. Day Governor Mba emptied Enugu PDP into APC. Okay. Tinubu can sleep easy, and grassroots already mobilized for 2027. That's according to Gombe APC chieftain. State houses of assembly are too weak and docile, Ikufoji, former Lagos lawmaker, said. Okay. To the business segment of the Punch. CBN unveils Nigeria's new economic course in US. Bank failure. NDIC assures depositors 5 million naira compensation failure. Let's see. Wema Bank concludes 50 billion naira special placement and surpasses CBN's 200 billion naira requirement. That's on the business segment of the Sun. Okay. And then Sun Sports 2006 World Cup qualifier don't underrate Aubameyang's led Gabon, according to Peter Side. 2026, not 2006. That's a mistake there. And NFF Technical Committee decides fate of national team coaches. Okay. And while Super Eagles will qualify for 2026 World Cup, that's according to Ekpeya. That's on the sports segment of the Sun. Okay, from the Sun, let's move over to Guardian newspaper. Let's see what the major headlines there says. Top story: how praise singers override party agenda and scorecards at rally. Okay, this is an interesting one. Let's see. With musicians playing more prominent roles in election campaigns, their lend rhythm and excitement to political rallies nationwide, turning campaign grounds into concert arenas and using their popularity to sway political and public sentiment. Sometimes these songs, which are becoming soundtracks of Nigeria's democracy, are more memorable than the oft repeated campaign speeches, which largely signify nothing. Leo Sobechi and Shaye Olumide report that as politicians increasingly use artists for image laundering or vilification of opponents, there is a need to separate the chaff of entertainment from the substance of serious issues of statecraft. Okay, that's an opinion piece there from The Guardian. But these, incidentally, they are top news on their cover story. Let's see what other headlines the Guardians have. The factions' legal disputes rock PDP as APC governor project strength unity in Kebbi. Heavy reliance on oil, domestic debts expose Nigeria to financial risk. That's according to IMF. Mamelodi Sundowns plan to break winless streak in Nigeria. That's on sports. Cybercrime, police secure conviction of 59 foreign nationals. Police begin probe after lady accuses driver of robbery. Okay, most of the headlines there is what we've read before, like the confirmation of Mukwiton as INEC chairman by the Senate, and of course more reactions coming from the faction of PDP governors to APC. Jakba, Nigeria losing top professors to foreign universities. ASU lament. I mean, it's not. It is not surprising there, with the Jakba syndrome still trending in Nigeria. Fubara cancels 134 billion naira secretariat contract awarded by IBAS. Orders refund. This is an interesting one. I mean, many people have postulated that Similar Fubara is going to be a sitting duck governor after the emergency rule was revoked, but it looks like that is not the case so far. Rivers State Executive Council has revoked the 134 billion naira contract awarded to the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation CCECC for the renovation, retrofitting and furnishing of the State Secretariat by the 6-month Emergency Administration of Vice Admiral Ibokete Bas, retired. It's directed the immediate refund of the 20 billion naira mobilization fee already paid to the contractor. Meanwhile, the 2023 governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC in River State, Tony Cole, has demanded a public apology and a 20 billion naira damages from Channel Television over alleged defamatory remarks made by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory FCT in Nyesom Wike. Rivers SEC also approved the revalidation of the bidding process for 4 contracts comprising the renovation of the State Secretariat complex, the construction of reinforced concrete shoreline protection and reclamation works in several riverine communities of Okpobo, Nkoro and Ogba Egbema Ndoni local councils. The decision were reached during the SEC meeting yesterday at the Government House, Port Harcourt, presided over by Governor Similalayi Fubara. Okay, that from Guardians. Let's see. Okay, on the business segments of the guidance, SEC and Smeden sign MOU to boost SMEs across SME access to capital markets. That's on the business angle. And airport concession doubts divisions trail Nigeria's aviation future. Tinubu to chair transport summit in Lagos. And pit stop unveils lifestyle village boosts Nigeria's hospitality sector. Okay. Another metro section. ASF France urges Imo and police to respect rule of law. Release detained lawyer. Navy intercept booth with 4,000 liters of suspected diesel in Lagos. Oh, that's a huge one. Security forces crack down on bandits and criminals in Kogi. Okay, I think that's all we can take from the guidance. And from the guidance, let's go over to the Nation newspaper. And the major headlines there, not surprising, is the confirmation of Amukwita as INEC chairman by the Senate. Let's see what other headlines the Nation have for us. 2027, Wike attacks Obi, says he can't be president. Obedience will not like that. Why pardoned convicts haven't been released? That's according to AGF Fagbemi. NBA and policy to review tinted glass policy. Sorry, NBA and police to review tinted glass policy. Senate steps down Electoral Act bill for wider consultation. And okay, Nigeria will surpass IMF's 3.9% growth on forecast. That's according to experts. Court fixes Monday to hear suit of PDP convention. And the politics aspect and section of the Nation, pressure mounts on Kefas to dump PDP for APC. Okay. Aregbesol's call for party-nominated INEC officials misguided. How traditional rulers can foster good governance by Uzodimma. Courts restate order for parties not to take any step on PDP 2025 National Convention. And the sport section, Obi Okpala challenge African teams to win World Cup. Oh, that's a tall order. World Cup 2026 playoff Gabon's Aubameyang fires Super Eagles warning. It is expected. WAFCON 2025 O2 splashes 50 million naira on Miracle Useni. All coming from the Nation newspaper. Unbeaten Ikorodu City Academy win 2025 tournament. Okay. That's all we have for you for now. Just visit your nearest newspaper stand and or contact your newspaper vendor to bring you any of the newspaper from Punch to Vanguard to Daily Trust, Daily Post, The Sun, The Guardian, This Day, The Nation, and just pick a newspaper of your choice and go to the section of your choice, whether politics and international news, business, entertainment, or sport, and then get yourself educated and informed. They say information is power. Okay, it's now time for us to listen to analysis from Rufai Husseini.
Right, some of the stories making the rounds. So, if you remember the case of the Tali Shani we were talking about and how it was linked to Michael Zekome. So, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) has now opened an investigation into Michael Zekome following a damning judgment at a property tribunal that linked him and others to a web of fraud. Premium Times can report that the ICPC probe was triggered by a petition from Olarewaju Suraj, head of Human and Environmental Development Agency. The petition referenced British court judgment and accused Michael Zekoma and his son and several others for conspiring with the corrupt officials to procure fake national identity documents in a bid to fraudulently claim ownership of a North London house. So this was the house in contention that was linked to another former Nigerian and politician and military officer, which was Jeremiah Hosseini. The findings reveal a grave conspiracy, but the senior and respected member of the Nigerian bar, but also known by Nigerian public officials who aided and abetted the fabrication. Such acts are squarely within the purview of ICPC. But we would like to wait till ICPC come out with an official report as regards this debacle, and we go ahead with it. The tribunal ruled that neither Zekome nor the supposed woman named Miss Shani, that's the Tali Shani, was the true owner of the property at number 79 Randall Avenue. And there was a London court judgment by Judge Erwan Patton of the UK First Year Tribunal struck out Mr. Zekome's application. So this has now gone many ways. And as regards what's happening in the UK, and this is a breaking story, by Premium Times. Because when that story did break, we're asking, who was Tali Shani? In fact, Onikeko Braithwaite did write an article in This Day the Law about this judgment and what it meant for Nigeria and how some Nigeria top legal luminaries were mentioned in all of the judgment and all the back and forth. So we would like to see the full investigation of ICPC, and we would like to see if this is going to be taken up, and let's see how it's going to end. But this is another interesting one for Nigeria's judiciary, and we keep asking the questions about Tali Shani and who really owned the house. Senate has finally confirmed Namuk Piton as INEC chairman. Namuk Piton revealed that his CV today, and he answered most of the questions by the Senate, and he said he will do his best to ensure election transparency and the likes. We will see, when all of that happens. He also addressed the concerns of the fact that he said he was linked to President Tinubu's election petition and all of that, but he has said no, it's got nothing to do with that. But we will see how all of that pans out. And all of these are even incumbent on the electoral bill because the Senate on Thursday have now stepped out the electoral bill 2025 to allow for more consultation. This was after the chairman of Senate Committee on Electoral Matters, Senator Samuel Bakola Long, had rounded off presenting the lead debate on the general principles of the bill. You know, Lalong did not give details on the general principles of the bill and suggested an executive session to consider the bill. But Senator Kwemi Bamdele said that the bill was too auspicious for the Senate to go into session and suggested that the bill be stepped down for another legislative day. So let's see how all of this, will pan out. And let's see what will come out of all of this. But these are interesting times for all of us. Because, see, what are the agitations of a lot of Nigerians? At first, let's even have elections that we can truly trust. And part of the election we can truly trust is the use of technology. Let's authenticate that according to the law. Let's make it justiciable. Because if we don't have that according to the law, then we're going to have problems and challenges. And that's exactly what happens to Nigeria every time. Because we have an electoral system that is shackled, that has its own challenges. And we need to be able to look at it. Amukuta was also saying that he will audit IRF to identify the glitches that undermine 2023 elections. We will see if we have the nerve to do that. And I say, if you have the effrontery to do that, only time will tell. Audit what? If you audit what, we'll see what really happened there. So it's just a shocking what happened in 2023. Nnamdi Kanu is medically fit to stand trial. That's what NMA is saying. In fact, they've come out to say that what he's going through is not a life-threatening incident as such, and then that he'll be able to stand this trial and all of that. CBN is saying that Nigeria's foreign reserve now at a 5-year high of 43 billion. But the question we keep asking them is, what's the essence of a foreign reserve when there's still a lot of borrowing? In fact, only recently, we made a request for borrowing to be able to service our euro bonds. Is the foreign reserve not supposed to be used to be able to pay that euro bonds? Those are the questions. Some of our pilots smoke Indian hemp. That's what Oji Local is saying. Yeah, but it's not far from the truth. I mean, there was a report recently after an air incident, and they saw some levels of cannabis in blood of the level of some of our pilots. So the question is, why are we not looking at it strongly? And it was the case of when I think an airline skidded off the runway in Port Harcourt. Then there's been this back and forth as regards Reno Mokri and Mike Arnold. When Mike Arnold called Reno Mokri a liar, he said he had brought him into the country to be able to say that Christian genocide is not happening, that he brought him in for a fact-finding investigation, and when he told the truth that actually he has seen some level of Christian genocide, he lied that. He also said that Reno Mokri lied that he owns some cars in America, but those cars were cars of his friends, were antique cars that he took pictures with. And it's also a very messy thing against Reno Mokri. See, whatever both parties have, that's their problem. But I'll say this. It's not nice to use the dead body, the blood of people, to do propaganda. Let's be careful. If we are doing all of our government play and our government propaganda, let's be careful when it comes to the blood of people, innocent people that their country failed. Let's be careful about using it for any form of propaganda, because blood will definitely speak, and we need to be careful. We need to be careful. Rivers is cancelling a 134 billion contract awarded by IBAS. So Rivers State Executive Council has cancelled 134 billion contract awarded by Ibokite IBAS. The contract was for reconstruction of the aging state secretariat complex. The contract was awarded to CCECC, and the council reached the decision, and also the company had to refund the mobilization fee of 20 billion. I think this IBAS administration in Rivers should be probed. And we need to be able to ask questions of what really transpired. Just like we should also ask INEC, that is now clarifying why it's quoted a total sum of 1.5 billion at the cost of producing certified true copies of the National Register of Voters and Polling Unit requested by law firm Messrs. VC, Otukpo and Associates. And in a statement signed by Victoria Etta, Director of Voter Education on Thursday, the Commission stated that the figures strictly represent the actual cost of duplication and transcription in line with the law. Can't these things be sent in electronic copies and authenticated? I mean, I'm a little taken aback. They say the number of pages to be printed for both requests is therefore over 6 million at a unit cost of 250 million per page, resulting in a total of 1.5 billion. Can't these documents be done in an electronic form? So it's quite shocking. It's quite shocking. Wike is also slamming Obi, saying that Nigeria is too complex for social media president. You see, the same Wike that is slamming Obi forgets that Obi also was a former governor. So if a man can be former governor in this country, so why are you saying he can't be president? Why are you saying the social media president? And I think this is just a jab at some of the Obi followers that are very prominent on social media. And when you look at the matter, this is not a good way to talk about politics. I think what we should be talking about are all the allegations against Wike himself and his cohorts, and the explanations that they ought to be able to do as regards the state of property and things like that and some other things. I think those are the real conversations in this matter.
That was Rufai Hussein there analyzing for us our front page review. It is now time to open the phone lines. You can start making your contributions now. 0700 905 905 905. Again, 0700 905 90. Sorry, what am I saying? 003 0700 903 903 903. Again, 0700 903 903 903 or 0803 692 9933. Again, 003 692 9933. You can also call or text us via WhatsApp, and our WhatsApp line is 081 717 56338. Again, WhatsApp line 081 717 56338. The phone number again 0700 903 903 903. Hello, welcome to VOP.
Good morning, Solomon.
Good morning, thank you for joining us. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, please.
My name is Obina, calling from Edigbo.
Okay, Obina, go ahead.
What is the offense of Nnamdi Kanu? Is it that what he said is not the truth? When he was shouting in a loud voice, look at Fulani, look at bandits, they are coming. They want to claim Nigeria. They want to conquer Nigeria. Is it not true? If you can remember, these bandits start in one spot. Now it's all over. They are coming gradually. They are coming gradually. They will soon conquer everywhere. Is it not true? He said. Let me tell you. Let them release that man. His death will cause more harm than good.
Okay.
Let them release him.
Okay.
Because all what he said is truth.
Thank you.
Are they holding man that saying the truth, keeping him in dungeon? It's not done. Let them release that man.
Okay.
And another thing is, Nigeria is not going. The controllers of Nigeria, I can't say they are leaders or they are rulers. The controllers, those people that hijack this country, They are not doing any good for this country. The country we can't by this way they are going, making it one party state.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Welcome to VOP.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Tell us your name, where you're
Hello,
calling
good
from,
morning.
please. Good morning. I can hear you. Tell us your name, where you're
Hello.
calling from. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, this is Joy calling from Mizimu.
Okay, Joy, go ahead.
Okay, my contribution this month concerning Wiki. Please, is this Wiki bigger than the judiciary? Can't it be probe? Wiki is just one of the problems we're having in this country. Okay, look at what happened in Rivers State. Is it that they put that man there just to siphon funds or what? The man need to be probed. They said they wanted to probe it, and he went to the presidential villa, he went to meet the president, and the matter died up just like that. This country, we need to do well. People are suffering, and look at the mamas they are calling, the figures they are calling, when people cannot even feed. It is well. May God help us in this country. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us in the way you're calling from, please.
This is my call from my police station.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You ask any channel on most people so that the leaders by 2027 election will congratulate him. Talk is cheap. It could not be more enticing than the one more good what it calls the last election experiment. Gave us that and defeat Nigerians and gave us nonsense as a result of a political result. So Nigeria cannot be defeated. So it's easier said than done. We are waiting.
Okay.
What are the respect from the thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hello?
Welcome to
Good
VOP.
morning.
Good morning. Tell us in the way you're calling from, please.
My name is Broshika Obodo, calling
Okay.
from Oshodi.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Please, I want to talk about Wike. Does it mean that Wike is the Lord of PDP and the Lord of Nigeria? What is he saying about St. Peter B? Peter B that have ruled Anambra for 8 years without anything, and he said, go and verify. See, Wike, he's talking with his pot of mouth. Let you know that today he's laughing, but tomorrow doom is waiting for him. He will just leave that seat for another person to enter. Let him stop accusing P2B for anything. P2B will know. He said, go and verify. Can you verify any good work of Wike in Port Harcourt? How dare he come and be open mouth and be saying about the P2B? Please, let him know that today is for him. Tomorrow is for another person. God bless you.
God bless
Good
you.
morning.
Good morning. Can you move away from the radio TV set, please, or switch it off totally?
Good morning. This is I'm calling from
Please go to a more quiet place. I can't hear you. The noise around you is drowning your voice. Please go to a quiet place and call us back. Thank you. Hello. Welcome to VP.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Solo.
Tell us in the way you're calling from, please.
I'm Edward calling from Sango.
Okay, Edward, go ahead. Talk to us.
I still maintain on this Nnamdi Kalu's release because, you see, when the United Nations have a signal Nigeria to release that man, they know what they see before they say so. And if they carelessly allow him to die there must be a consequence. And nobody will know the limit of the consequence. Then, those lawyers, those doctors that confirm when they say on the 26th of August that the man is critically ill. Which politician in Nigeria that when he's ill, he cannot travel out for treatment? This man has not been convicted. Supposed to be allowed to travel for his treatment. You see, the illegality in this country is getting out of hand. But I wish this incoming of new ANEC let them know what, let that man speedily tell the Nigerians about how electoral act will be put into law, because that is where exactly Nigerians are focusing their mind. Because once the electoral law is in process, I know the man they said is a senior advocate. There's no need of going to court. Now we have explained that almost 92 cases are in court during 2023. Such will not happen this in his watch. Okay. So let him bring that matter in time for electronic voting in Nigeria. That's what we want. We don't want more than that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Sorobo. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to VOP. Tell us in the way you're
my name is Daniel from Alaba.
Okay, Daniel, go ahead, please.
I want to talk about INEC man. I want him to write his name in a golden book of heart of Nigerians by giving us electoral reform. Before we can believe him for what he's saying, that yes, a loser will congratulate a winner, is going to be when he tells us that electoral reform will be reformed. And we want to see how he's going to conduct Anambra election before we can start having confidence in him. So let him know that he's a professor, and the ASU is on a strike, begging for their salary. So if he's going to do well, and know very well that ASU will stop begging for their salary, and he himself, when he will be going for retirement, a pension will not be seized. Let him do right thing by giving us a credible human being that will rule this country in the right path.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you're just tuning in, this is a front page and Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Time for us to go for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Customer, welcome. What do you want buy?
I want buy changeover. Cut-out fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy-duty copper.
Oh, come, I get them. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J cut-out fuse and distribution board, Nipo cut-out fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
don't worry, I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover cut-out fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo cut-out fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover wise pan foolish show. Slatter Star J Indian product na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J na you Biko.
Lagos, are you ready? The Niger Landlord Summit 2025 is here. Join us on Saturday, 1st November 2025 at the Golden Tulip Hotel, International Airport Road, for the biggest gathering of real estate minds in Nigeria. Come and discover how to profit from the booming housing demand in Nigeria. Explore funding and investment opportunities that work. Gain insights and government housing policies shaping the market. Experience the latest prop tech innovations transforming property ownership. Network with top developers, investors, and policy makers all in one room. Don't miss this power-packed event. Registration is 50,000 naira only, with full access to sections, exhibitions, with premium networking and refreshment. How to register? Make payment to VOPFM account number 112-416-8488. Again, 112-416-8488. Zenith Bank. Send your proof of payment via WhatsApp to 0707 115 4297 0707 115 4297. The Niger Landlord Summit 2025. Profitability in real estate management, prospects and opportunities. Your gateway to wealth through real estate. Powered by VOP 90.3 FM.
Welcome back. This is Front Page and Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Hello, welcome to VOP.
Hello, Mr. Solomon. Good morning.
Good morning. Tell us the name where you're calling from, please.
Yes, this is Mr. Boniface. I am calling from Agege.
Okay, Mr. Boniface.
Yes, thank you. chairman.
Okay.
In the name of God, I am advising him to copy someone like Humphrey Wosu and not to copy his immediate predecessor, that's the man that left before him, so that he will have peace whenever he leaves that office, because he cannot be there permanently. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. Okay, I think it's time for us to read some messages. No doubt that the plan of this administration is not working, or maybe I should say it's working only on paper and not in reality, because it didn't reflect the lives of the people. See, let me tell you, inflation will continue to reduce on paper. The people won't feel the impact as long as the fuel pump price is now reduced to the barest minimum and ensure stability in the price, and not what we have been battling with for over 2 years, where the fuel pump price keeps fluctuating. Presently, it's 1,000 naira per litre, which will definitely increase the cost of transportation. Also, the issue of not having stable power supply and paying heavily on band A electricity supply will continue to have negative impact on businesses and the economy at large. Finally, on the defection of PDP governors decamping to the ruling party, it's a bad signal that we may likely not have a free, fair and credible election in 2027 general elections. God bless Nigeria. Timitokwe Onatoye from Ijagemo community. Beautiful morning to you all. In the studio, Tinubu may review the pardon exercise. Exercise is quite unfortunate for a government that is always doing things before they think. This is a man that we're told. This is a man that we were told that Tinubu has been preparing for this position for the past 30 years. Nigeria, where are we now? Nnamdi Kanu fit to stand trial by Nigeria Medical Association. What else are you people expecting for a government that made ordinary people as bishops in this country to support Muslim ticket? Anything this government cannot do does not exist. Okay. If our so-called daddy GOs can be silent, then who else? Congratulations, the new ANEC chairman. Is your turn to chop. God arise and trouble those that trouble Nigeria. Mayor from Ikotun Igbe. Thank you very much, Mayor. Good morning, Solomon. Since Monday, you have been handling newspapers. I have never heard you read anything about the protest being organized by Shore, or is it not in your papers there? But Adaigo and Tuchuku used to read it when they come in. Rather, you choose to read headlines that makes no sense. Please read, talk, and ask your analysts about the upcoming protest. Chukasum from Festac. Well, Chukasum, the protest, well, there is nothing new in the protest other than what we've heard last week. So, yes, they were not in the newspapers. Not the ones I've seen anyway. I'm reading what I am seeing. Please ask those opposing the release of Nnamdi Kanu where they were when the arrested president of Miyetti Allah, Akatu Hada, was released without trial. Where were they when Yoruba leaders mobilized to secure release of Sunday Igboho, arrested in Benin Republic and dropped his charge in Nigeria? It shows the hypocrisy and bigotry of some Nigerians. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Pascal Chimeze from Ikeja. Thank you very much, Pascal. Hello, welcome to VOP.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, please.
My name is Peter. I'm calling from Apapa.
Okay, Peter, go ahead.
I want to talk something about Wike. The way Wike is talking, I believe if we, Nigeria, we just avoid it, not to give him attention, because what he's saying is deceiving Nigeria. Wike cannot compare Wike with Tinubu. You understand? Anything, he just eating Nigerian money. Cannot hustle like people. He cannot. I don't want to talk about Wike. secondly, let government release Nnamdi Kanu. They are looking for Igbo struggle because many things have happened in this country. They don't want to do anything. Even the late Buhari is the one that causing problem for Jonathan government. He says that he will bring people that will bring the government down. Nobody do anything. He just want the same thing now. Tinubu has continued. Let them be reason Nnamdi Kanu to avoid problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Greetings to you, Solomon, and thank God it's Friday. Prince Iotek from Marina Market. Articles call for Nnamdi Kanu's unconditional release. Is it a crime? Why should he be under fire? What we hear on a daily basis is how Nigerians die by insecurities. APC has failed woefully and they are crying foul. Wike should be cautioned now over Peter Obi. He will be disgraced out of office like Tafawa Balogun. Let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Prince Iotek from Marina. Thank you very much, Prince Iotek. Good morning, Solomon. My name is Gabriel. I'm writing from Ikorodu. Why is it that when it comes to fighting kidnappers and Fulani herdsmen, terrorists in the east, Nigerian army will behave like they don't exist, but will be busy chasing ECN and IPOB, ESN rather, and IPOB members that are protecting our forest against Fulani invaders are the ones that are being dislodged, and even when they do it, they announce it with so much pride like they have done a great job. Why is it that they won't match Boko Haram, another terrorist organization in the north, with the same strength? Why are they weak in dealing with insecurity but suddenly become heroes in the east? There is something the government is not telling us about this insecurity in the east. Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome to VOP. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
Good morning, Solomon.
Can you move away from your radio or TV set? I'm getting a call back.
Can you hear me, Solomon?
I can hear you, but I'm getting a call back. Move away from your radio or TV set.
Yeah, Mazi from Germany. About Wike and P2B. Wike, the last time I checked, Wike has not explained how his super rich father-in-law gave his children and his wife $6 million mansion in Florida. Wike has not explained, has not told Nigerians how his father-in-law in America became so rich that he was unable to dash $6.2 million mansion to his wife and children. Wike has no shame. Wike has not told us how he became super rich, that he is riding on Bentley, on Bentley or on Rolls Royce, on my back in Port Harcourt, that has no water, no potable water, nothing. But Wike is riding on Maybach, on Rolls Royce. And Wike is opening his mouth talking about P2B and his private businesses, you know. Then about Nnamdi Kanu is not seeking to be flown away for medical treatment. What Nnamdi Kanu is demanding is that allow him to get a proper medical care in Nigeria. The Nigerian Medical Association that just concocted that thing, the same body that is complaining that they have no instrument to work, that its members are living in Nigeria in drove for other places. The same body is telling you Nnamdi Kanu is fit to stand trial. Yes, but allow him to go to a private medical hospital in Abuja to treat himself. That is what I'm saying this morning. President Tinubu should intervene, should not allow this young man to die in a prison. It will be a disaster. It will be unfortunate situation for Nigeria and other places. Other places. Please, I'm begging him to allow this young man to go and get a proper medical care in Abuja, not even outside Abuja, not even America UK, but outside inside Abuja there. Thank you. God bless you.
When you have drunks in government office, what do we expect? Wike should be cautioned of the way he talks about Obi. Unohia Michael from Greenfield Estate, Ago, Okota, Lagos. Thank you very much. Good morning, Ethiopian Nigerian pilots are smoking Indian hemp and those in the correctional centers are granted presidential pardon. May God help Nigeria. Indubueze Cosmos from Ikeja. Thank you very much, Indubueze Cosmos. Please help us discuss this issue so that the entire Bora nation, so Madabro, will be aware of what awaits us. Thanks. Okay. Why Wike said he's a golden minister? Why always on His Excellency Obi? He has okay, Elder Dike Nowo Mafuluku Shode. Thank you very much. I've seen your message. Good morning, my brother. You're doing a good job. My name is Ikena from Orile. I want to ask the defectional governors in Southeast. We need to ask questions. It's not ordinary, despite the situation APC have put Nigeria. Okay, you're still on to Front Page on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, the show where we analyze our national daily. Joining me for a quick chat is Chi Chomzi from Gada Chat. Thank you very much, Chi Chomzi. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
It's a pleasure being here. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Lagosians.
Okay, go ahead. Talk to us on Gada Chat. What's the latest?
Gada Chat, same platform that has been putting smile on people's faces for the past 9 months. As a matter of fact, we are having our 9th month anniversary tomorrow. It's gonna be all white party. All the people coming for the training tomorrow at Ikeja are expected to be on white. If you are listening to me and you are coming for this training, because we are doing a party thanking God for giving us this beautiful platform that have lasted for 9 months. And these 9 months, a lot of families don't lack food anymore. Gather social media platform is like Facebook, Twitter, every other social media platform, but now it has swag. When I said swag, that thing they couldn't offer us in other platforms, we are getting it here. In Gather social media platform, you don't need to be monetized before you start making money. In other platforms, they will tell you get 5,000 followers to be monetized. Apart from that, when you get 5,000 followers to be monetized, then they will now start negotiating your monetization. But in Gather social media platform, once you enter, drop your posts, go and check for me, your wallet, your money is already dropping. Last Saturday, people that came for the training, they were like, I've downloaded, I've registered in the platform. Okay, what next? This. I said, we're going to start posting. When they posted 2 things, I said, yeah, go to your wallet. They checked. Wow, 1,000 plus points. You convert it to your wallet. You withdraw it to your bank account. A lot of people will start asking, how long does it take for withdrawal to drop? I don't answer that question. Do you know why? Because there is no withdrawal date. Every day is a withdrawal date. So just place your withdrawal. It will enter within that 1 week. So there are many other ways to make money in this platform. Do you know that in Gather social media platform, you can make over 600K a month without putting 1 naira? Without putting 1 naira.
How so?
I calculated it for them last Saturday. Some people were calculating 3 million, 5 million. They said, I don't believe this. It's not true. I said, oh, yeah, try it.
I mean,
they tried with 3, 4.
How does that happen?
Come for to the training, you will be exposed. They saw it last Saturday. They saw practical way that this platform will give you this without putting 1 naira. The highest money you will put is to upgrade yourself to VIP, which is 6,050 naira. That's all.
Well, I'm entitled to expo behind
and
the
if
scene.
you even if you don't want to put that 6,050 naira, you generate it by posting. As you are posting, that point you made, you convert it. So it's a beautiful platform. It's a beautiful platform, and above all, there is a share. This platform has a share, and good a thing we are selling a private share. It has not entered public.
Okay.
You know what the meaning of private share? Private share is where you are co-owner with the company, complete. But public, the appreciation is not like private share at all. Okay,
that means private share gets certain privileges.
Yes. Last 4 months, or the last 8 months, this share was 6 cents. Would you believe it? But today, the share is $13. Within a space of 8 months. Which company will give you that kind of... Because it's a social media platform where people come in, see what is happening, buy the share, buy the digital asset. Okay, before I talk about the digital assets, I'm going to drop my number. If this is your first time, already people are saying book me because they are used to my voice. If this is your first time, pick my number. I will also drop my PA's number. My number is, when you pick this number, don't bother calling me, just send me a message. Book me.
WhatsApp message or
WhatsApp
SMS?
message preferable. WhatsApp. Okay. So that I drop the venue and the seat reservation for you. Say book me to this number 080 375 057 37 080 375 057 37. Another thing, I don't drop link anymore here. I don't drop link in WhatsApp anymore, because if I drop a link, some people are not familiar with social platform, digital space at all. They will be asking question upon question upon question. Just come for the training. When you come to the training, you get the link. And if you don't register with my link, trust me, I keep saying it here, I won't assist you if you want to make your withdrawal. If you want to do other things, if you want to convert to wallet, I won't assist you, because that is why I'm here in the radio. You don't come here for free. So that is my own benefit, coming here to gather you, for you to use my link. That link,
that link is your own benefit.
That link.
That's your
benefit. Don't joke with link. Yes. So the number again is 080 375 05737 080 375 05737. Now the number of my PA, if you send me message I did not respond, or you call me like some people like to call, please get message to her 081 60 65 39 56. Again, 081 60 65 39 56. The training time tomorrow, Saturday, is 10 a.m. at 3 Okpebi Road, Sweet Sensation Building, the only Sweet Sensation building in Okpebi. Once you get to the underbridge, enter Keke Marua. If you are not driving, tell the Keke Marua, stop me at Sweet Sensation Building, 3 Okpebi Road, by 10 a.m. I don't do African time. Ask other people. I don't do African time. Once 10 a.m., I have started training. And remember, tomorrow is our anniversary. Our CEO will talk to us about Gather social media platform.
How many months or how many years anniversary?
This is 9 months anniversary.
Wow, 9 months.
We do our anniversary every month because this is a God-given platform. Stop doing Ponzi. Stop doing pyramid. Stop parading with whatever they use to confuse you. Come to this platform and build wealth. We build wealth for people. We build wealth. Our digital assets, I will expose it in our training. People that bought 3-4 months ago have made more than 40 folds of what they bought. It's just amazing. It's a platform for everybody. Are you a senator? Are you a president? Are you a governor? Whoever you are, this platform is for you. You don't have job. you are in school, this platform will help you train off yourself in school. I'm telling you this fact. If you have made this money, come and buy the shares, buy the digital asset. If you are struggling, you want to be like others, come in and be part of this platform. Share your link to your friends. Is an amazing business. So I will keep thanking God for this beautiful platform. So you agree with me? A lot of people are cashing out, even people that are listening to me. Thousands of people are cashing out as I'm talking to you now. A lot of people. It's not a joke. I brag about it because it's so awesome. Okay? It's so awesome. So I will be expecting you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 3 Okpebi Road, Swiss Sensation Building by 10 a.m. Please be punctual. I will be there before 10 to receive you.
Okay, the number one more time. As
the number now, my number is 080 375 05737. 080 375 05737. My PS number is 081 60 65 39 56. 081 60 65 39 56.
Okay, thank you very much, Chi Chomzi from Gada Chat. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, let me read one more message as we round off the first part. Good morning, VOP in Lagos. This country is heading to destruction because of the way the so-called leaders are leading the country. Okay, that is so. We're not done yet, so we're just closing for the first round. We'll be right back at 10:30 for the continuation of the show Front Page Review, the program where we'll review and analyze our national dailies, giving you the latest news coming from our newspaper, all different platforms of newspaper. So again, I'll be right back at 10:30. So keep your messages coming. I'll read out our WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp number again for you to keep the messages coming in. When I come back at 10:30, I will read them. 081-717-56338. Again, 081-717-56338. That's our WhatsApp message. Keep the messages coming in. When I come back at 10:30, I will read them, and of course there will be enough time for us to pick as many calls as possible for you to make your contribution. So for now, I am Solomon Ofem. Follow me on IG Solofem1, SOLOFEM figure 1 Solofem1, and Twitter Solofem. See you again at 10:30. Good morning.